It is 5:55, yes, on Wednesday afternoon. Last day of April, folks, yeah. I thought you were going to finish this caramel before the video. It was my intention, but I didn't do it. It's partially my fault, too. Is it, John? What are you laughing at? What's so funny? We got several things to talk about today. All right. Fasting, the fast for burning and muscle maintenance and anti-inflammation, which is going really, really well. John calls it the 369 fast. I don't think you will find it anywhere online except here because John and the home team fashioned this fast, especially for my body type. However, it will work for others as well, especially during the ascension when your body, the energy is fluctuating strangely and you're just not feeling so great and you need something to kickstart your metabolism and you need something to help you not be in pain. So which one we're going to start with Quora. We first of all want to say thank you very much for all the new subscribers, or rather fan follower base, how do you want to call it, on our page. We've been getting like a steady stream of increase in our traffic. That's right, John, traffic. Feeling all right? That was some good sex. Right. So good sex is really good for what, everything. Let's talk about that first. Raising the universal vibration with really good sex with your twin flame. And with any, or your partner, your soulmate, your partner, whoever they are, as long as, if you're getting it regular and right, then you are raising the universal vibration. And the new kittens over here, especially, go charging around the house when Lena and I are getting busy. Yeah, they charge around. That's not just the new kittens. This has been with other animals too, that we've owned and that have lived here. When John and me are really getting along well, in that way, the animals just react to it. They kind of start playing vigorously with each other, or they start chasing each other, racing around. And mind you, it's not because we're noisy or we're this happens when we're being really going at it, but even quietly. So it's like we're not inciting them. They are just picking up that energy and they're just picking up that vibration, which shows you how powerful it is. And it's part of our mission to do that. Yeah. To pick up the vibration, and we do it every which way we can. And relations of intimacy between John and myself are definitely part of that. A huge part. And that's why I always encourage it, not just because I'm a horny dog or something. I didn't ever call you, not once have I ever said you were a horny dog. Have I ever said that? No. Piggy. I've never called you that either. You've called yourself. Mother calls me a pig. Right. Lena, he's always been a pig when it comes to you. Right. A piggy. He can't get enough. He's a real piggy. All right, well, take it easy. Mother can say what she wants because she knows you. Right. If Mother wants to call it, but I have never called you a piggy. No. You have called yourself a piggy, right? I'm a piggy with food too. Right, you're dangerous around the wrong kinds of foods and the right kinds. He's a gavoon. Yeah. He's a gavoon. And he'll lead you down that path if you're not eating the right things. But when John puts it in his mind to be healthy and to make us healthier, you won't find a more militant drill sergeant. And that's where this fasting comes in, right? So the 369, it's as simple as this, because we've been asked now by several people what exactly it is. Here, the 369 stand for the hours of your fast in the course of a day. You can choose whichever ones you want. You can go 3 hours between meals. You can go 6 hours between meals. Or you can go 9 hours between meals. However you do it, know that you are burning optimally the longer that you fast. 9 being the longest, and usually that's like, I guess you could count that when you're sleeping at night. But our schedule is kind of erratic, so we don't usually sleep like other people. We're up and down and up and down. So I don't know. But here's the thing, and you people out there, let me know if this makes sense to you. If you choose the 3 hours, you must finish your meal within 15 minutes. So whatever you're going to be eating, eat it in 15 minutes and then start timing your 3 hours. Okay? And you'd be surprised at what you could put away in 15 minutes. You could eat a nice salad with fish. You could, 15 minutes you can have a good meal. And that's all you get is 15 minutes to eat, and then you must abstain for 3 hours. Now, if you choose to go 6 hours between meals, you have a half an hour to eat. You can eat whatever you want, but you got to stop eating after a half an hour. Which means, not many people, I don't know anyone who just eats nonstop for a half an hour. It means you pick up a piece of toast and then have some soup and then take a little break and then go back to it. And then at the end of the half an hour of whatever you've been eating, you now must wait 6 hours until the next meal. Mm-hmm. Now for the 9 hour, you get 45 minutes to finish a meal. And that includes whatever. You want cookies, you want, everything we eat. When I say cookies, we go sugar-free, we go vegan, we go dairy-free, we go organic, we go, well, how else do we want to say this? We gluten-free, we have certain guidelines that Lena and I follow. Out there, you got to be your own police as far as what you're eating. You want to keep it lean. You want to keep it delicious. You want to keep it healthy. You have a lot of options. There's a lot of great things out there now that you can eat and enjoy. Veggie burgers, and you can have some fish and chips. Treat yourself here and there. I'm not saying have fried food every meal, but today we had calamari. But that was our big meal for the day, and we went for 6 hours after we had our calamari. Right. So this is the easiest way I could think to put it to you, and you will start seeing results immediately. You'll burn fast. You'll start burning fast. You'll be more regular and have lots of tea. You can have as much tea and as much broth during the course of the day as you like. If you have high blood pressure, just watch the sodium. But miso's broth and tea. You can have seaweed. You can have as much salad as you want. Meaning greens or green juices, but just with, that's if you're starving in between your meals and you need a little something. Have some tea, have some broth, have some salad. I hope this makes sense out there. Again, you will start to see the burn and feel the burn immediately. You will start to have more energy in between meals. You will sleep better, and your inflammation will decrease. You will start to be able to move around better. Your aches and pains. Now, I'm still having aches and pains here and there. It is not like it was. Last time we talked about this fast, Sean, I said I didn't want to get my hopes up, right? My hopes are officially up. I'm not going to stop this. You don't have to stop it. It can become your way of life. With the occasional special occasions where you don't follow it for a day, that's always going to happen if you're on any kind of protocol. But this is doable. The 369 intermittent fast is doable. It is pleasant. It is fun. And if you need any tips on what if you would like to talk to us about your diet or your dietary restrictions, we can give you fantastic substitutions and make suggestions for you, and on products and supplements and anything else you have questions about. You can private message John and myself. We love you out there. You know who you are, and there are three of you, to be specific, that have asked about this fast, and we love you, and everything is confidential, and we are here to help you get better, because we're getting better all the time, getting better. I want to talk about getting better all the time and the idiots on Quora. Right. All right. Well, not everybody's an idiot on Quora, so that's kind of sounds like a blanket. No, there's we know. Okay. The question yesterday, once again, there's the Yoko bashing. And we're bringing this up because there are several people on Quora who are obsessed with saying that John was a fucked up guy with childish behavior problems, very codependent, never recovered from his mommy abandoning him, and that is why he could not control himself and he let Yoko run his life because he was a helpless baby in his psyche. You know how insulting and stupid you are to say that about John? Thank you, Lena. You know what a moron you are out there who you insist on keeping that, perpetuating that? And we know the reason why you do it. It's because you're mentally sick. And you want to believe that John is as mentally sick as you are. And that John has all the crazy issues that you have. John is a strong, strong spirit. He helps many other souls to progress. I can't even describe how incredibly positive and healthy your soul is, yes. And on Earth, when he was walking the earth, he explored psychotherapy. He explored the Maharishi and spiritual health. He went to Janov for psychotherapy in addressing his childhood issues, and he did so successfully. Why doesn't that get through your head out there? Why do you have to you never mentioned the things he did for self-help. He went sailing. He built up his vocabulary. He learned all different languages. He was a scholar of yoga and all things spiritual and metaphysically pertinent to the ascension. He was doing all of that before he crossed over. All you do out there, you moron, is go, he was very sad because his mommy left him, and that's why he was with Yoko, because she was like mommy to him. No, you couldn't be more wrong, and he gets disgusted and sick when he sees people perpetuate that nonsense. That utter nonsense. Just because you are sick out there and not doing anything to help yourself with your own issues, don't try to lump John in with your fucking crazy. We know it makes you feel better, but nobody's buying it. Nobody with a brain is buying it. Right. Thanks, Lena. Well, that's all right, kid. You know what I'm talking about. I'm on your side, baby. I know. I'm not just saying this because he's my twin flame and I'm defending him. I'm speaking up right now because I see how fucking disgusted he gets when we read these things. And he's like, oh, fuck this one again. Because it's usually, especially one, that she's really mentally out there. Yeah. Really mentally sick. Yeah. I don't like calling people mentally sick because it's the whole world is mentally sick in some way. But it's Go be sick on your own time. Leave John out of it, please. Just because you read a bunch of crappy books about Lennon, it's like you don't know him, and you never will. You don't want to know him. You want to pretend he's a giant baby that you need to fucking psychoanalyze, like as if you had any credentials to do so, right? Unbelievable. Speaking of babies, some kittens where are they? They gave up on mommy. No, you wore them out. You wore them to the ground, pretty lady. Yeah, did I? Pretty lady. Ugh, what are you doing, honey? I want to watch the end of that movie, right? Today's only Wednesday, right? Look at that beautiful light coming in. Hello, home team. Yeah. Yeah, good for you, Lena. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Good for you. Everyone's talking. Everybody's talking at me. Yeah, hi, Nilsson. Yeah. How are you doing? All right. And that's all part of that May Pang thing. Yeah, Nilsson always comes in to chime in about May. Yeah, it all goes hand in hand with that. He was better off with May. He loved May. I was there. There was no love there. Right. There was no love there. There was no love lost. May didn't love him either because, forget it. She wanted to be a rock star and she couldn't do it on her own steam, and she was riding his wagon, and then the wagon got dismantled, and she would say, let her fly down the road without the, she was the little caboose that fell off. Right. The little caboose that fell off. Yeah, she's still running. May is still running around the country, like, with the same 9 photographs of John talking about the same shit over and over. And that's like, that bothers John too, but he tries to help her. Spiritually, he does try to boost her and help her. He sends her signs all the time to please move on. Yeah. I don't know if she'll ever move on. She's already in her 70s. I mean, I just don't think she'll move on at this. What is she? She's 10, 12 years older than me? Yeah, she's 70 something. But anyway, that's between all of us. That's between you and you help me with her. You do help me with her. Whether or not you know it, you help me with her, Lena. Yeah. Yeah, because May's a tough case. She's a real case of arrested development. Even though she married after John, Tony Visconti, and had children, she couldn't ever maintain a relationship. She blames the fact that she can't maintain a relationship on John. That's bullshit. It really is bullshit. I can't have a normal relationship because everybody wants to know about John. No, that's not. You could have found love, May. You could have found love. You're a reasonably lovable person, I think. I mean, you blame your whole life on and why you run around doing this fucking John Lennon bullshit your whole life. Instead, you blame that for the fact that you never got a normal life of your own going. Like, well, maybe that is her normal life. I guess maybe that is her. No, that's not what I would have wanted for her. No, 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 it's not what I would want. As long as we're on the subject, yes, my love. Uh, I don't. Uh, Go ahead, John. I know you're trying to formulate a thought here. Oh, thank you for that. Well, no, that's true. Beatle fans in general, like Mayo and Mean Mr. Mayo, he's talking, right? And the real fanatics, um, it's not what I would have wanted for them. Right. Exactly. That's all John's saying. They had their own life to fulfill, and many of them didn't because of John and the Beatles. Is that, well, not because of us, but they found a something to focus on rather than themselves. Right. That's what I'm saying. And many of the fans who don't have their YouTube channel, like Mayo and whatever, Mayo and May Pang and Mayo. Yeah, even those who are not in the public eye and who are just on Quora all day long talking about the Beatles and John, or the Beatles and Paul, or whatever, right? No George, right? Oh, you're bad. I said it before you could. Hi, George. Hi, Lena. What were we saying? Well, that's not what I would have wanted for them. Even if they think they're having a good time doing it, it's a fixation that took them away from the life God intended for them. Right. And that includes the nuts out there who constantly bash Yoko and want to keep talking about how they got a big problem, a big bone to pick with Yoko, as if they have anything to do with my life whatsoever. Right. Mine, all your life. Right, right. All Yoko's. Right, exactly. God bless her. Poor old thing. She's really hanging in there. I know. Anytime now. Yeah. Aw. Well, that'll be something when Yoko crosses over, right? Everybody's going to be like, they're finally together. Yeah. Well, when anyone crosses over, everyone's finally together. So, but I know what you mean. So, how do you feel about it? Are you ready for that, Lena? Am I ready for when Yoko crosses over? Maybe I'll cross over first. Ever think of that? Yeah, you never know. You never know. You might make it over here before she does. You don't know. I'm not saying that to scare you, and I know you ain't scared. I'm not scared because you said you'll be with me when I cross over. So whatever happens, but just please make it be in my sleep. I told you a million times it's going to be like a real exciting thing when it happens. Oh my God, Johnny. Are we really talking about this right now? What about these kittens? They'll cross over with you. Oh, so that must mean like the house is going to blow up. I will say nothing. All right. Is that what's going to happen? The whole house will blow up? Like a big explosion? I'm not saying anything. I don't know. I just know that God and Mother take care of us and love us, and that's that. All right, honey. How much do I love you, a handsome soldier boy? Was there anything else? I love you too. I know. Well, you didn't want to let me say it. I let you say it. How do you sound? How are you going to tell me? We're watching a movie called The Men's Room. Look it up with Roy Scheider. It's pretty awful, but I like it. Yeah, made in 1986. So John said will like this movie. And then what do you want to have yogurt after we break our fast? Yeah. Then that's another good in between while you're fasting. Low fat or no fat Greek yogurt with fruit. Pineapple is a big anti-inflammatory. That's the thing too out there. Getting back to the fast and the dietary allowances and possible restrictions. We have a very comprehensive knowledge of anti-inflammatory foods and supplements. And so if you have any interest in any of that kind of information, please do let us know, and Lena and I will fashion a regimen for you that you'll find will work and work well with your body and your life and lifestyle. Right. Yes, this is not a limiting fast. It doesn't even feel like a fast. Yeah. It feels like a slow. No, it feels like a fast. It feels like structure. It feels like chaos. It feels like not chaos. It feels like, okay, it takes away all the guesswork. Having that much free time to not think about food. It's like once you put the food down and you have like 6 hours now to do anything else, it's not in the plan to eat. Once you take that equation away, it is amazing and very freeing. Yes. The Swamis have the right idea. Mm-hmm. You get to do more with your life and with God's plan, because really you're only supposed to eat to nourish yourself, and then, right, baby? Yeah, and it's something. That's what this morning's I Ching was about, wasn't it? Yes, it's funny. It's come full circle. The very first I Ching we did this morning was for nourishment. Well, that's being in the flow, and that's how things work out with us when we do our. Oh, honey, what is there to say? I don't know, honey. Here's my dog, Girly. I just want to show her this great picture of my girl. I had this dog for 16 years. I think about her all the time. So Johnny said, put her up there with him. All right, sweet cheeks. Time to put the phone down. Put the phone down, watch the movie, and have some tea. And we'll talk a little bit more on the fast and other things later on this evening. Or perhaps we'll do some music, or perhaps we won't, or perhaps who cares? And I love you. I love you too. Praise be God and Mother. Let me get a bell. Good enough.